And we're back.
Okay. You know, they couldn't go ahead and fit all that content within a movie that was like about 2 minutes, 40 seconds, 2 hours and 40 minutes, right? But yet still, they wanted to go ahead and just go ahead and start nitpicking at some of the things. Okay, yeah, we know that we realize that the point of the matter is that out of all of them, Versace is supposed to be the most brutal or whatever and crap like that, and people got mad over the fight scene. Because these people, because in the actual fight scene, they didn't really kill anybody. You know, when Dan and Laurie, when they were jumped by the group,
yeah,
and they started attacking people. What happened was that they actually started taking fatal shots. Like Laurie stabbing the guy in the neck. They were, the fans like, she wasn't supposed to kill anybody.
Man, you do what you have to do to survive. I mean.
But yeah, it's like they'll just find fans. Unfortunately, but this is just all a matter of pleasing fan base that can't be pleased. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean like most video game and anime fan bases?
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, though. I mean, that's how people are, and that's okay though. I mean, honestly, this movie did good.
It did a lot better than a lot of these other Capcom. A lot better than all these other movie adaptations. Case in point, Legend of Chun-Li.
Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3 with their poor man's Venom.
Or better, emo Spider-Man.
Emo Spider-Man. Emo-tastic Spider-Man. He's trying to cut his seminal vesicles off his wrist. I wouldn't say it was a bad rendition. It was good. It was good as a movie, but not as a rendition of its genre. Silent Hill. A lot of people said that it was bad as a Silent Hill movie, but it was good as a movie.
Yeah, it was good as a movie. I mean, I never played the Silent Hill games themselves.
Yeah,
I noticed I don't play a lot.
I'm sorry, that's just nightmare food right there. I don't know.
Look, I went no further than House of the Dead, bitch, and that still used to fuck with me as a child, so we ain't gonna go there. But
he had nightmares of magician flying around in his bedroom, running around with his after images. Zoom, zoom, zoom. He's doing the Ashura Senku.
Oh my god. Anyway,
I'm surprised Capcom fanboys didn't go nuts over that shit.
But I mean, Silent Hill as a movie, was a great fucking movie. Who does not love that one scene where Pyramid Head just rips this chick's fucking skin off?
New coat.
Look, I love all scenes with Sybil in it, alright? I loved all scenes with Sybil in it. Until you would. Fucking bitches.
Wait, you mean the officer?
Yeah.
Hell, yo, that officer was hot. I'd hit it.
Yeah, fuck yes.
That was hot.
Gets boring.
Yeah, but I think we're going off a little off topic. Anything else about Watchmen?
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, obviously this is gonna turn a few heads.
Go ahead, turn them.
No. I mean, no.
Dr. Manhattan's the biggest pussy I've ever seen.
But he's got God powers. He has the power of Animu.
If he has God powers, then that proves how much shit he is.
Hey, look. We won't get down to it. All this is his fault anyway. All right.
You said it's Arthur's? Huh? You said it's Arthur's fault?
Yeah.
Arthur's nigga.
Lich King.
No. As far as the movie goes, we have to also take into consideration with his character, his movie and comics, he was unable to foresee whatever it was that was at the end of this tunnel because of the catastrophe that was approaching. He was unable to see that. But even when it all came down to it, even though he had the chance to go ahead and give retribution, but then again, you have to understand what was the point. What was the point at that time? Even if you could do something about it, what would it change? This guy already had his mission accomplished or whatever, bad guy or not. He basically just stopped the whole entire world from declaring a nuclear war on each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would still punch him in the face though.
Yeah.
Fucking jerk.
I mean, no. This is why the movie version of Night Owl 2 is superior to the comic book one. That motherfucker rolled up on him and gave him the what ball. just like it should have been.
You know the funniest thing though? I think this guy actually let him beat the fuck out of him because he didn't even move.
We already okay. Yeah, that's a given. We already know he beat pretty much.
Because I mean, look at the entire fight scene. I mean, this guy was outmaneuvering him. I'm surprised they didn't. I'm surprised they didn't have any action lines and shit.
Yeah, same thing with the comic. He was basically at the peak of his human abilities. He could basically just do most things that these guys could not. The whole bullet catcher thing. He was, as far as that goes, he wasn't even sure if that would work. He wasn't even sure if that whole thing would work, but he managed to pull it off though.
That's scary.
Eat your heart out.
That's why you get a Gatling gun.
I'm sorry, Bruce Lee still wins. He caught it with his teeth.
That's why you get a.
Adrian, eat your heart out. You got beat up by a nigger.
Oh, I'm done. That's what you do. You get a Gatling gun and go after this motherfucker.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Laurie wasn't smart enough to go ahead and fire multiple rounds, but that's besides the point.
I would have. His ass would have been.
Like us, we would have continued firing.
His ass would have been Swiss cheese. His ass would have been Swiss cheese.
Not moving is counted as his body is no longer in this realm.
Now, believe it or not, Zack Snyder, he really needed that. He actually had to really fight for that to keep the shit the way it was. He really had to keep him from killing off people because they wanted to see him die. All the big wigs, they wanted to go ahead and like, oh, Chase did this, bring him dead, and you know, but
because they want to see their happy Disney ending. No, you don't get that shit here. You don't get that shit.
Closest you don't get is this chick pregnant.
Yeah. The closest thing to a freaking silver lining in that dark cloud was the ending with freaking Night Owl and this chick. And it
wasn't that much of a happy ending.
But yeah, man, it's like you know, people, there's a lot of little complaints in there. I mean, you know, you had Babastis showing up out of left field because it wasn't like that was probably like the only time where it showed up. And you had most of the people who never even knew about the comic like, what?
Oh, you talking about that cat thing?
Yeah. For people who didn't read the comic, he showed that they didn't really give too much insight onto him, and so for those of you guys who didn't know about it, you know, you were a little confused by it, and you didn't really understand why that was put there in the first place. So,
I'm sitting there and I'm like, what the hell is that walking over there?
Came from.
I
was trying to figure out where the fuck it came from when
I was thinking that shit was a giant jackalope or something.
And all of a sudden it just whoop, and just quickly disappears. But
I feel sorry for him. That's another reason why I wanted to beat the shit out of that motherfucker.
Was it him?
No, it was a she.
Okay, that's what I thought. If you asked me, he was fucking it.
That's another reason why I wanted to beat the shit out of this motherfucker, killing his cat like that. What the fuck is wrong with you? Remind me.
Just look at the way he says it and the look in his eyes. He was fucking it. He was like, I'm sorry. He was fucking it.
I'm gonna miss this pussy.
He said furry all the way. All the goddamn way.
Well, I mean, when you have no friends, you have to understand. It gets very lonely.
It gets very lonely. Why can't we be friends?
Yeah.
Why can't we be friends?
Kill that poor cat. I wanted to smack him.
But yeah, like I said.
That's another thing that's Dr. Manhattan's fault. Motherfucker could have teleported or something with the cat and he just stood there. What a douche. I don't care if it was a last second thing. I see the cat there and I see that guy walking away and I see two conductors right in side to side.
The reason why is he wanted him to believe that he was dead. I think that's the only reason why he did.
He's irresponsible.
Fuck. Well, we know he's irresponsible.
Fuck that that giant emo Smurf. That's what he is. He's an emo Smurf with a freaking exhibitionist fetish. What you were saying?
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Oh, stay tuned for the next part.